Yep.
There's no space.
That definitely was
WandaVision,
intentional and
though.
definitely wasn't an accident. Definitely wasn't me just stuttering.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Hi.
Hey.
It's all of us but minus
Welcome
Ben.
to Deep Thoughts with Ben and Owen. I'm
Without Ben.
Owen. This is my co-host Ben.
Hi, Ben.
And
Hey,
today
Ben.
we're joined by Hayden and Morgan.
Hi.
Us together makes one
Just
Ben.
Just say hi.
No.
I
There
did.
you go.
Okay.
I said, hey, Ben.
First ever episode with 2 guests
Without Ben.
without Ben.
We've had 2 guests before.
When?
Kind of. Because the intervention had Thomas in the background when he talked.
Oh, that's fair enough. Yeah.
And then the last one, they didn't have Ben. We called other Thomas on
We
the
did
phone.
call other Thomas.
So that was 2 guests.
Owen coming through with that trivia.
Yeah, I
on the-
know.
That
You remember?
podcast
I'm so proud of
trivia.
you for remembering.
This is the only thing I remember.
Yeah.
And a few other details.
Yep.
My memory's not the best.
Do you remember all your biology lessons?
No, I don't pay attention to
Apparently not.
biology.
'Cause he's not doing classes.
I've got, I don't know.
Morgan works hard researching that biology.
Yeah, and she
She
doesn't
comes on
help me
here,
out at
and
all.
neither you or
ever.
Ben listen.
I know, right? I'm so upset about
In
it.
one ear, out the other.
So I'm gonna build on the conspiracies episode today.
Yeah, Morgan didn't like Ben's
I
research,
hated it.
So
Ben, and he called
she
it.
did.
Look, fair enough. He did say Morgan's gonna tear me apart on this, and look,
here it is.
here I am. I have a single conspiracy today. Hayden does not know what we're talking about today.
Oh, also, Hayden's here by pure coincidence. Today is a holiday, and he's usually here for holiday episodes.
And he's been here on pretty much every holiday episode.
It's St. Patrick's
Except
Day
for
we were
Halloween.
recording.
I did Halloween.
That's true.
You can't have my Halloween.
Because we did a
I
whole
cannot
season
have
for
Halloween.
Halloween.
We did do a whole season.
The whole
So
season.
yeah, I'm back with the true crime. It's been a while.
I'm here with the luck of the Irish.
Hayden, do you want to guess what conspiracy theory we're talking about today?
The
I-
moon landing
I picked
is
it. I
fake.
picked it just for you, actually.
Oh my goodness.
It's-
What could
it's-
it be?
Quality picking.
Quality picking.
Is
Fresh
it
pickings.
the flat Earth conspiracy? See, I was
No, that's
thinking
boring.
Kyrie Irving talks about that all the
JFK
time.
assassination.
Of course.
Are you excited?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So
I always forget exactly how this goes, but it's
Oh, you're
always
about
like
to learn
well,
again.
I'm gonna go over the official ruling.
She's
Alright.
got a whole bunch of
the
notes.
official what?
Oh, the official ruling
Oh.
from the Warren Commission. But first, I have to do my shout outs that I do on every
Oh,
podcast.
of course.
So shout out to Bo Burnham. You're really funny, and I love you. And he's 6'5".
He definitely listens to this.
He's 6'5".
Yes, everyone does.
He's huge. I found out recently that he's very tall. Yes, he's 6'5". Shout out to also
She does this every time she's here. So
Yeah, I
just-
do
Can I
it.
get a shout out?
No.
Just one?
You wait your turn.
shout out
She has a long
to
list.
Shane and
Yeah.
Ryan from BuzzFeed Unsolved, where I got most of my information from. Also shout out to what else? I had another one and I can't remember.
I mean, you just-
Freddy Krueger, you're really cute. Thanks. Oh, and shout out to Vodka Sodas. That's it. Now your turn.
All right, your turn.
All right, it is March 17th, 2022. St.
Is it?
Patrick's Day.
Did you look at the date?
first
Did you
day
know? Did you look
of
at the
the
date,
March.
or did you know?
I knew.
You knew?
knew.
I can't do that.
The first day. It's St. Patrick's Day.
I don't even
It's
know
always
what day
March
of the week
17th.
it is.
Well, it's the first day of the March Madness tournament, and I'd
Is
like
it?
to give out a shout out to Colgate, who later tonight
The
will
toothpaste
knock
brand.
out Wisconsin. You heard it here first, folks.
The toothpaste brand
That's what I'm thinking.
Colgate
Is that a
is
band?
gonna
I mean-
blow up an entire.
I meant to say, is that a team? But I said, is that a band? And I think
Yes,
that perfectly
it's a
describes
team.
It's
it.
Battle of the Bands.
The Colgate Raiders.
Oh, and
toothpaste.
shout out to Gene Simmons. That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I forgot. I knew I was forgetting one. It was Gene Simmons. I like him a lot. He's cool. He's the bassist in Kiss.
Is he?
Yes.
Which one is that?
The bassist.
He's the demon. The one that I like who sticks his tongue out all the time.
They don't all do that.
No, it's mainly him.
Oh.
It's his thing.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I don't pay attention.
Okay. You want to get ready? You wanna
Sure.
Get started?
Ready.
So exciting. Okay, so November 22nd, 1963, JFK was assassinated in a car.
What?
In a motorcade in Dallas.
What
What
did
was
you just
that?
knock over?
I don't know. Oh, it's the water
The
bottle.
water. I told you not to put it there.
Well, now you'll remember it.
So
No, I'm not.
JFK was hit by
Put it under
2
your
bullets. He was hit by 2 bullets. The second one, The first one went through his neck, and the second one was a fatal headshot.
The
And
neck
then-
wasn't fatal?
No.
Did it go through his neck, like all the way
Yes.
through?
Well, I'm going to explain that later.
Oh.
And John B. Connolly Jr. was also hit, but he lived.
That's
Who's
a
that?
name.
John B. Connolly?
Who is that?
I think he was
Hayden, who
governor.
is that? You know
No.
politics.
I don't know.
I think he was a
And
governor.
history.
We'll do a little fact check.
But initially there was 3 bullets according to the official ruling. There was 3 bullets that were fired. It was all caught on film by Abraham
My dog is
Zapruder, who
barking.
made the Zapruder film, which is very famous.
Morgan, you're right. He was the 39th governor of Texas
I knew it.
and the Secretary of the Treasury. So
There you go.
don't know which one he was at the time, but
He was neither because he
Well,
died.
I think he was the governor of Texas because this happened in Texas.
makes sense. But he
So,
could have been just going back to
um,
his hometown with
He was just visiting.
JFK.
So the
Good old
shooting
friend.
occurred from the 6th floor window at the Texas School Book Depository, which was on the motorcade route. He was shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. And
Really?
Then 2 days later, Lee Harvey Oswald was killed by a man named Jack Ruby at the police station. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
okay.
Why would they do that?
We don't know. So, the motorcade route was picked by Secret Service agents, and there was like a lot of suspicious things going with the motorcade route that make me think that this could have been like a setup, because it was a lot different than his other
They
ones.
just really didn't like that governor. They just wanted to get him out
Yeah.
any way possible.
So the motorcade route had like an unusual amount of turns, which means they would have to slow down a lot, which would make it easier for them to be hit by
Only
a
if you're
bullet.
bad at shooting.
I
I mean, if you're a good if you're a good shot, you don't need to slow down anything. You can just hit
That's
it
true.
first try. I speak
So-
from experience.
So before each motorcade, agents are sent out to like scout the route and like the buildings around it beforehand, because there was 20,000 plus windows overlooking the motorcade route, so like 20,000 plus opportunities where someone could shoot a gun from. But they didn't have enough men to be stationed at every building, so they decided to inspect none of them.
That's the solution.
They didn't.
We
inspect-
can't do all, so let's do
But
none.
they were supposed to. That's standard protocol. But they decided that they didn't feel like
Maybe
it.
it was really hot that day, and there was no lemonade
was
stands
November.
nearby. Well, it's
It's
Texas. So,
But Texas in
well, this is also before
1963,
global warming, so maybe it wasn't hot.
yeah.
Yeah. So there was also supposed to be 8 motorcycles flanked around the car, but that number was reduced at the last minute from 8 to 4.
Where did they go? Woo!
The donut shop.
donut shop.
And then they were
They
told
had
to
rainbow
not.
sprinkles.
They were told that you look like a sprinkles guy.
It was like when
You don't have
sprinkles
to
were
tell.
first invented. They're like, we gotta get over here.
They called them back up to.
When were sprinkles first?
All right, we're changing the topic. When were sprinkles first invented? Hayden, get on this.
I can look it up.
No. You say in your notes. You stay. You gotta stay
I'll keep
focused.
going. Okay. But instead of the 4 motorcycles like flanking the car, they were told to like be behind the car instead of around it.
763 BC.
BC.
No, 1913.
I was like, hang on, wait.
We just had a.
I had to.
And this was weird because the day before, he had a motorcade in Houston, and he was flanked by 6 motorcycles. So this time it was 4, and they were behind the car.
Maybe he realized
instead of
that
around.
he didn't actually like being flanked by motorcycles because they're scary, and they make loud noises.
So
So he made him go behind him where you can't hear him, because if it's behind you, you can't hear it. That's
Have
how
you
it
ever
works.
passed like a ambulance and the siren just immediately disappears?
No.
Do you mean the Doppler effect?
I guess, yeah, sure.
I mean, if you're both going opposite directions,
Well, yeah.
the distance between you will increase dramatically.
I know, but like I just
Again,
always is like
do you
so.
mean the Doppler effect?
It's so like fun whenever like it's coming your way and it's so loud, and then right as it passes you, it's like it was never there.
Hayden, I think you're 46.
He's the dad of the
47.
friend group. This is every day he
He said
confirms it.
47. 47 in a week. So after the assassination, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson created the Warren Commission to investigate the circumstances of the event.
Did
The
they
official
investigate the sprinkle shop?
I think he did it.
The Donut Man?
No, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Do you actually?
I do.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Hey,
So, the official ruling was that there was one shooter, which was Lee Harvey Oswald, and he acted alone with no conspiracy. And some background on Lee Harvey Oswald. He had been in Russia in 1959, and he tried to denounce his American citizenship. So he wanted to be associated with the Soviet Union, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He had a history of violence. He qualified as a sharpshooter when he was in the Marines. And he was already under surveillance by the FBI office in Dallas, but they didn't tell the Secret Service about him.
And he's got a weird last name.
But the Secret Service also didn't tell the FBI that the motorcade was going to be there, so it was like a bad communication, basically.
Secret.
When I went to Dallas last month, we didn't get to
the FBI?
Stop in the city.
Did you see Lee Harvey Oswald?
I think I saw the 6th floor place.
Did
like,
you?
I think so. Like, I mean, I only kind of know. I know what it looks like, and like, we were passing fast on the interstate, but I was like, I think that's it.
Well, another thing that's weird about that is that they didn't tell the Secret Service about Lee Harvey Oswald. Is that he actually worked at the school book depository where he shot from.
So he had every right to be there.
No.
If he worked there.
Okay. All right, Owen.
Maybe he was just doing his time. Look out the window. Oh, it's that governor I hate. And then he missed twice and hit the third shot.
The official rulings on the evidence that Oswald was a single shooter with no conspiracy was that the gun that fired the shots was owned and found in the possession of Oswald. And they recovered like an entire bullet and then 2 bullet fragments. And then the rifle was hidden along the window, along with 3 empty bullet cartridges. So they found 3 a whole bullet, 2 bullet fragments, and then they also found the 3 cartridges. So 3 and 3. And
6.
How do you know there wasn't another one that they just didn't find? What if it fell down a drain?
Don't make that face. And so this fits the 3 shots that were heard. Oswald had also tried to kill Major General Edwin A. Walker in April that same year. So he already had an inclination to murder, and he murdered a police officer 45 minutes after
If
the
they knew he
assassination.
tried to kill someone else, what was he doing working at a school?
He's got to
No,
get
it's a
money.
school book depository. It's
Okay,
not a
so what do you-
school.
What was he work?
What
What
do
was
you
he
do at
doing
a school
working
book
there?
I don't know.
What are you knocking over now?
School. I don't know what is a school.
It sounds like they deposit
Depository.
school.
It sounds like...
It's a textbook distribution firm. So
What?
That's what they had before.
They make textbooks
Before Amazon.
Before
before
Amazon?
PDFs.
Yeah.
Before PDFs.
Before Amazon too.
Does Amazon make textbooks?
No, but that's how they started out. They were a textbook rental company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a boring fact. Why do you know this?
I don't know.
Where do you learn this?
I don't know.
And there was no
It was
evidence.
just a dream you had. Amazon was a textbook manufacturer.
Like the dream.
I
like the dream
googled it.
had
I was
when-
right.
Like the dream I had when I joined a call by
No, you
accident.
have to
deja
save that.
vu.
We're gonna do a whole episode on dreams.
Are we really? Okay,
Yes,
I'll save it.
with
I'll save it.
Ben, so we can talk about his
Okay,
nonsense dreams.
it better be soon because I'm excited about that.
If Ben ever is available, I'll have him bring you one. Anyways,
There was no evidence that Jack Ruby or Oswald were part of the conspiracy to kill JFK. Found. There's no evidence.
see, you keep saying Oswald, and that just makes me think of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
I knew that's
the
what
Disney
you were going to say
character.
because I
I
know you
have
like
a
him.
stuffed animal of him behind you.
Where is he? Let's hold
On
him.
top of the stuffed animal. On top of the trash can.
Here
He's
he
sitting
is.
there.
He can watch us.
He can watch us.
He killed JFK.
Get him.
He's the one.
Here he is. Okay. So, and then according to the Warren Commission, there was 3 shots fired. So the first bullet, they say the first bullet missed. The second bullet hit. Okay, this is the magic bullet. This is what they call the magic bullet. So the second
Like
bullet,
the blender?
yeah, that's the NutriBullet.
No, I think there's something called the magic bullet.
Oh, is there?
I'm pretty sure
So
there is.
the second bullet hit JFK in the neck, and then Governor Connolly, who was sitting like lower than him and in front of him.
Yeah.
So the second one hit the governor.
It's a blunder.
Yeah, the magic bullet is a thing. I was right.
So Governor Connolly,
And
why can't I
NutriBullet.
not say that?
Because it's a hard word to say.
He was sitting lower than JFK and in front of him. So it was like a downward angle from
In a
JFK.
car?
Yeah, because they raised JFK's
He had a
seat.
throne.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's
on
the
a
star
throne.
of the ship. He's
Like
on
a parade.
throne. And then the third shot was the fatal headshot. So the magic bullet is the second bullet, and the magic bullet theory states that the bullet came from the second floor window. Jesus.
I thought it was the sixth floor.
It is the sixth floor, but I can't read my own
I'm paying attention more than her.
The sixth floor window entered through the back of JFK's neck, so it came out of his neck at a downward angle.
Oh my.
Hit Connolly in the right side of his back.
Oh my.
Okay. Came out of underneath his right nipple.
Ugh.
Then it went through, and his wrist was like kind of relaxed on his leg. So through his wrist, came out his wrist, and stayed in his thigh.
Okay, that bullet.
Okay, so here's what happened.
So that's what I'm saying. It went from a sixth floor window through JFK's neck, through this guy's back, through this guy's back, through his wrist, and landed in his. And they found it whole.
I'm surprised that bullet did not go through his thigh, through the car, through the concrete, straight to the center of the earth.
And this is the one they found whole, apparently.
So what happened was it because it was from the sixth floor, it picked up momentum going down because of gravity, right?
Yeah.
And so it hit JFK's back of his neck. It ricocheted off his Adam's apple into the governor's side. And then it hit some ribs. It was like a pinball machine. And then it exited the nipple.
The pinball machine.
Yeah, it exited the nipple, and then it kind of started losing momentum, so it kind of dipped down like a parabola. It came out and then dipped down into the wrist.
I'm gonna spit out water.
And that's where it stayed in his thigh.
Okay. If that isn't the most
that's how it happened.
Mathematically backed answer
it
I've
is.
ever heard.
I use math terms, so it's correct.
Okay. So the magic bullet theory has to be true for there to be one shooter. Because if it's not true, then there's two shooters.
But who was the second one?
Because even Connolly says that there was two bullets. He says one hit JFK in the neck, and then one hit him in the back, and then went out his nipple, and then his wrist, and then his thigh. That's what he says.
So it was like right smack in the nipple, like a bullseye?
No, it was right below his nipple.
Oh.
His right nipple.
So that's not a full 10 points. That's like a 7 points.
On the dartboard.
On the dartboard,
On the dartboard.
You gotta get right in the center.
So let's say that the first bullet that hit JFK was different from the one that hit Connolly in the back. Oswald would not have had time to fire both those shots. Like, pow, pow. Like, it wouldn't have happened with the gun that he used. So
maybe he was
that means
wielding.
If those were two separate bullets, then there had to be two shooters.
Dun, dun.
But who was Oswald in cohorts with? Mickey Mouse?
Goofy?
Goofy?
Donald?
Oh my God.
You would have heard Donald. He wouldn't have been hiding very well.
No, that's fair.
Could you do a Donald voice?
No.
Try.
Ben thinks he can. He can't.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
If he was here, he would definitely try to. And then he would do Mickey Mouse, and then he would do Kermit. In that order.
Okay. So.
And as he listens to this, he'll do it. I can tell.
He'll probably do it himself.
He will. Or I'll have to make him listen to it because he doesn't like the ones where he's not in it. I highly doubt he's listened to the one that he's not in already. So
the one that me and you did?
Yeah.
What did we even talk about? I don't even remember.
What did we talk?
We talked about Eternals.
We talked about yes,
because
it was the hate club. We talked about what we hate, and then we
called
Thomas.
Thomas never told the story too.
I'm getting asleep. My feet are falling asleep.
Oh, wake them
my
up.
butt's falling asleep.
Oh no, your lower back.
No, my
bottom.
I said your lower back.
My lower back.
Yes.
No, it's my lower.
I'm
cheeks.
so surprised your feet and butt are falling asleep in this like nice comfortable chair
Yes.
we've got in this studio.
We're definitely not cramped up on the floor.
Okay.
At least it's carpeted. It could have been wood.
Everyone's got to start somewhere. Jeff
well, we are starting.
Sold textbooks.
This is episode 33. This is not the start.
Episode 32.
Hey, Amazon sold textbooks for the longest time, and now
you're really hung up on the textbook Amazon.
Yeah, you really are. Are you okay?
What kind of textbooks did they make? Were they about Amazon?
No.
Were they about the rainforest?
No, they're probably about like that.
Were they about the math I just used? So
yeah.
Okay.
Well, it wasn't. They didn't.
They were about Oswald.
They were
the Lucky Rabbit.
So right now, your podcast's on the floor, but maybe one day you'll be Disney World.
We'll be selling.
But Owen World.
Nuckcan
World.
Nuckcan World.
See, you got dreams.
And what will we sell at Knock? We'll sell bobbleheads that are just my face.
We'll sell that Garfield.
We'll sell my Garfield plush that's definitely Garfield.
Axolotls.
It came in. I've talked about it in the last podcast. I bought the Build-A-Bear axolotl and it came in.
We're gonna have a roller coaster. It's the magic bullet.
It's a giant twister.
Through JFK's neck.
I'm gonna have the euthanasia coaster.
The euthanasia coaster.
I'm gonna make it legal.
You make the parabola.
I'm gonna get it. Have you heard of this?
No.
Oh my gosh! So it's like, it goes up like 90 degrees straight up, and then it comes straight down, and then there's like 7 loopy loops. And the G-force kills you by the end of it because there's no time for you to breathe. This is a real concept. This is real.
What a way to die.
Terrified.
This is going to be at Knockin' World. We're going to have the euthanasia coaster. But we're going to call it the Highway to Hell.
Yes.
And we'll play the song.
Shout out to AC/DC.
Alright.
The shout outs just grow as they go.
You have to remember everything you shout out so you can do a recap at the end.
I will remember them.
You will. Because you have good memory, unlike me.
Sometimes. So, even Connolly says that there was 2 different bullets. He says that one hit him and one hit JFK.
So he knows. He knows.
That's what he says.
He knows. He was the other shooter.
He shot
himself.
In the back.
Yes.
Through his nipple.
He's just that good at
Super
show
fast.
So, there was a spectator named James Tague, and along the motorcade route, and he claimed that a stray bullet hit the sidewalk, and a fragment of it hit him in the cheek. And there was a mark on the sidewalk to, accommodate this claim.
And it was definitely the bullet, because nothing else can mark a sidewalk.
Yeah, so the Warren Commission claimed that this mark on the sidewalk could be from a bullet. So Tague claims, though, that this was the second shot that hit the ground, and not the first one. Because if you remember, the Warren Commission said the first shot missed. And the second shot hit JFK, and then Connolly, and then whatever.
So after,
but this guy is saying that the second shot missed.
This is still the magic bullet, right? So after
the magic bullet, according to the Warren Commission, the magic bullet landed in his left thigh. They pulled the bullet out of his thigh, and it was whole.
Hold on.
Still.
Okay. So what happened? Okay. Okay, hold on.
Say okay 3 more times.
Okay. So the first bullet, right? It hit the sidewalk, right? Mm-hmm. And it broke into 2 pieces.
Mm-hmm. God. This is the magic bullet theory.
Yes. So this fragment, right? The first fragment is in the air. Mm-hmm. And this so after
you're trying to bullshit this so hard and you can't even.
Ben's not here, so I have to do it for him. So the magic bullet, after it goes out the nipple or below the nipple, it's not a bullseye. What did you knock over this time?
Something fell over.
Something falling over.
I just moved my leg. It pushed something.
Okay, so after it leaves, it does a parabola, right? So it actually wasn't a parabola, it was a sine graph. And so it kind of did a wibble wobble. And when it did that, it hit the sidewalk, broke into 2 pieces, and half of that bullet rejoined with the fragment of the first bullet in midair. And because of the pressure and the momentum of it all, it fused together so it looks whole, and then it finished the curve into his thigh.
How do you
Case closed.
How do you come up with this?
I'm very good at improv. And also I was there. I planned the whole thing.
Were you there?
I was there.
Okay, so either the spectator that said it hit him in the cheek, Tague, he's wrong, or there was more than 3 bullets fired.
I think he's attention.
Maybe there were 6 and they were fired at the same time, so it sounded like 3. But they only found 3 because the other ones went down a drain.
There was not 6. I didn't say 6.
But I'm saying, what if?
Okay,
that would give you more bullets.
So in the 70s, a new acoustic research method was used on the audio from the Zapruder film, and there were 6 points in the audio that could have been echo from gunfire.
So I'm correct.
So you guessed.
Because no, I was there. I heard all 6. And I saw the magic bullet happen.
And apparently there's another video of the assassination from a different angle than the Zapruder film. And it shows this big area, this grassy knoll, where people were just chilling. But some people who have seen the film say that they see puffs of smoke, like from a gun, in the video, and they also claim that they see another shooter in the video. But of course,
he was just
this
smoking?
video, this is missing. This recording is missing.
Nice.
And
Oswald got to it before.
The granddaughter of the man that took it sued the government for like $10 million or something.
Did she win?
I don't think so.
Dang.
I don't think they found it.
Are you able to sue the government and win? Is that a thing you can do?
I think so.
The government,
the government just like
mediates it.
No.
No. Prove it.
We're the judge here.
Prove it.
Prove it.
You're lying.
You take us down, everyone's going down.
Liar said what?
That's why they don't sue the government. It's that.
Okay, so according to the House Select Committee on Assassinations...
Is that like ancient HOAs?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Which was formed to investigate the assassination of JFK and Martin Luther King. And it was formed after it was discovered that the CIA was withholding information from the Warren Commission.
That's sketchy.
Maybe they asked for a large sum of money.
This is a quote from the House Select Committee of Assassinations. This is their conclusion. The committee believes that, on the basis of the evidence available to it, that President John F. Kennedy was probably assassinated as the result of a conspiracy. The committee is unable to identify the other gunmen or the extent of the conspiracy. That's the full quote. So Warren Commission says it's not.
Statement.
Warren Commission says it's not a conspiracy. House Select Committee says it is a conspiracy.
So which is?
And the CIA was withholding information.
We need a third party to break the tie.
Not the CIA.
Which is me.
Okay. All right. So here are the full conspiracy theories, other than the ones I've already said. Okay. First conspiracy theory is that Lyndon B. Johnson did it.
I'm putting my eggs
for his own
in
political
this
gain.
basket.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So before JFK was elected, LBJ tried to take the Democratic nomination from him for president. This is a weird phrasing, but that I found, but apparently Lyndon B. Johnson and John F. Kennedy, quote, had words before the night before the assassination, which I'm assuming means they had some sort of disagreement.
Yeah.
And they were presidential candidates.
But it said, oh my god, they were roommates.
They were candidates.
Oh my god, they were candidates.
They had some words.
Yeah, so, yeah. I don't know. And then Lyndon B. Johnson also played a big part in John F. Kennedy going to Dallas, like, in the trip actually taking place. So, kind of suspicious.
Maybe they were going to meet up and have a play date.
So,
and then... he was his vice president. He
yeah, they're good chums.
And then LBJ...
He worked for him. He's always
they were good chums.
Only a meet in Dallas.
Good pals.
LBJ's, like, right-hand man. Whoever that was, I don't know. I just said right-hand
Hitler.
Man. Okay. Had been warned by a big-time lawyer in Texas named Byron Skelton.
Skeleton?
Skeleton.
Skeleton. Okay.
Byron Skelton. That's a good name.
He's got some skeletons in his closet.
He's got some Byron skeletons. So Skelton warned LBJ's warned LBJ that the Dallas political environment was not safe and he was worried for the president's life. But JFK was never warned about this.
Dallas was essentially Rome. Just chaos in the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
Rome was in the Wild West?
I mean, at the time, it was the west of the world.
No, it wasn't. It's the east.
Well, it's east now, but in the time of the Roman Empire, that was like the west. Because they didn't have America yet.
No, huh?
Yeah.
What year was this?
Like
the Roman times.
What year was that?
Roman time BC.
You can go from what's it called? Like 763 to like
the time of the Lord.
Yeah. A little bit after that. Or maybe it was 563. I don't remember.
You should know this. You're the only one that knows history.
It's been like 2 years.
I didn't pay attention in history class.
Me either.
It's boring.
So,
I got yelled at by the teacher. For nothing.
So apparently, this woman named Madeline Brown...
Why are you checking my phone repeatedly?
I was just picking it up.
Claimed...
It's fun to play. Look, this is fun.
Don't break it.
I'm not gonna break it.
Okay.
So a woman named Madeline Brown claimed to have an affair with Lyndon B. Johnson. and said that she had
He's not cute.
No. And said that she attended a party with him, Richard Nixon, and J. Edgar Hoover the night before.
Did they also share some words?
I think they shared more than words.
What did they share? Some cookies.
Let's hope your dad listens to these.
I can edit.
Okay.
He's definitely gonna cut that out.
Okay. Just bleep it. But keep this part where we're talking about it.
Get rid of the context.
Hi, Mr. Sean.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. I'm embarrassed.
What they were sharing?
Oh, she went to a party with all of them, and she said that at the party, LBJ whispered in her ear, "After tomorrow, those Kennedys will never embarrass me again. That's no threat. That's a promise." But I feel like that's kind of BS.
They were talking about, he was invited to party, right?
That's kind of rain on the parade.
So he invited him to go to the bowling alley, right? And his plan was to beat him at bowling.
Was that it?
That was it.
Okay.
And then it never happened.
But when LBJ was... Oh, sorry, I'm
tired.
Yawn. I stayed up to 2 a.m. researching.
Only I can yawn.
Only you can yawn.
Only I can yawn.
Hayden, are you okay?
I'm stretching.
He doesn't fit in this small space. He's big.
Just turn up.
Stay tall.
What's wrong with there's synonyms.
How do you feel that Bo Burnham is taller than you? How do you feel that Bo Burnham has 4 inches on you?
I'm accepting of that. It's when I know people that were younger than me, when they get taller than me, that's when I'm like, this is awkward.
Okay, so, but on the Texas trip, LBJ's movements were like heavily documented, so there's like no way that this could have happened.
Did you go to the bowling alley? Did you go to the donut shop to get the sprinkles?
There's no way that this could happen.
He went to the 6th floor.
He shot at himself.
Give me that gun. But I'm the cop.
But there's actually no solid evidence. I can't speak today. There's no solid evidence that LBJ had JFK killed. So, and he formed the Warren Commission. So, I don't know.
I know what that is.
And the Warren Commission said it's not a conspiracy. So
yeah, the Warren Commission did say it's not a conspiracy. So
they did all the research. They're like, all right, we have it all here, and they're like, all right. It's not a conspiracy. Okay,
conspiracy number 2. The Russians did it.
Nope.
There was tensions between Russia and the U.S. because of the Cold War. There's theories that Oswald could have been a KGB agent.
You keep saying Oswald. I just look over to the stuffed animal.
What do you want me to call him? Harv?
Yes. Well, that's an Animal Crossing character.
How about...
Just say his whole name.
Lee Harvey Oswald?
Yes. You can call him Lee.
Lee?
Yes.
That just makes me think of...
Lee Harvey Oswald. Just go with it.
That one person's brother.
LHO. Call him that.
LHO. Laho. Laho. Okay, so Laho could have been a KGB agent, basically. Laho was also this is weird. Laho was also at the Russian embassy in Mexico City a few weeks before the assassination. But it wouldn't really be super smart for Russia to employ him as an assassin, because if he was found out, they would pretty much figure out that he came straight from Russia. Like, they would tie it right back to Russia.
You're hired.
Maybe he was positioned in Hawaii and not Russia. Because of the Cold War, they want to go somewhere nice and humid, you know? So they send him...
Like Texas?
Like Texas, exactly! It's all coming together.
Okay.
It's all connected. Every conspiracy is correct.
Theory number 3. The mob did.
Nope.
Is there a Texan mob?
So there's 3...
They're cowboys.
Wait, there's the cowboys. 3 different mob groups claimed responsibility for the JFK assassination.
They claimed it?
That just sounds like you want to get like your
Why
hands
would you
on,
claim
like,
responsibility?
You want publicity, attention.
3 different cities claimed it. Go, I want y'all to guess.
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge.
No, be serious. You each get 5 guesses.
Like, are they like American cities?
Are they all in Texas?
No.
Okay, we're gonna go with
Detroit.
No. So that's one of your guesses.
Atlanta.
No.
I'm running out of cities, I know.
You should know all these cities.
I
Dallas.
do?
Yes.
You're really overestimating my geology.
No, they're like big
geography.
Cities. They're big cities. Geology.
Again, you're overestimating my geography knowledge.
All right, you have 4 guesses.
I have 4? I thought I said I had 3.
No, you. There's 3 mobs, but you get 5 guesses.
Boston.
No. Hayden, you have 2 guesses left.
New York City.
No. If you don't get any of these.
Chicago.
There you go, that's 1. Chicago's 1. Owen, you have 3 guesses.
I don't know any other cities.
Can I get Owen's spare guesses?
Yes, you know more than me.
Alright,
Okay.
do the little thing, like, put them over the one. Yeah, there you go.
So Hayden got Chicago.
Alright, let's see here.
So you have 4 guesses.
Let's see. Mobs. Where would a mob be? San Francisco?
Nope.
Portland.
Nope. Oregon?
Yeah. I'm thinking. You know, Portland
Are you just running
has the
through
most
cities you
strip
know?
clubs of any city.
Can we
know
go
that?
to Portland?
Owen, we all know
to
that.
work, not to look.
Oh, I was gonna say, Owen, we all know that
We're
if you
short
went
on
to a
cash.
strip club, if you went to a strip club, you would be so uncomfortable.
I would. That's why I'd be working. As a bartender.
Spartan. 2 guesses left, Hayden.
Houston.
Nope.
My goodness. Miami.
Yep, that's one of them. So it's Miami, Chicago, and New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans. I thought that was 2.
Oh, we said that. We were so close.
Y'all were
Oh.
So.
Sorry.
Oh no! Oh
See,
my.
I ran out of cities
that
to
you?
say.
Yeah.
So.
If you didn't give it to Hayden, I was gonna say Lake City, Colorado, and then Atlanta, Georgia.
JFK's
I already
brother,
said Atlanta.
Robert Kennedy,
Yeah, that was
I
my...
wasn't paying
had
attention.
made moves
They made some moves.
in opposition
Damn.
They exchanged
to organized
moves.
crime, which probably pissed them off. Jack Ruby, who killed LaHoe, also probably had mafia connections.
Which one?
Of course he
I don't
does, with
know.
a name like Jack Ruby.
Yeah.
Changed to Jack Emerald.
Some also think
Jack
that the
Sapphire.
mob was working in conjunction with the CIA to kill JFK. In 2015, a former mafia hitman named James Files claimed to be the second shooter in the assassination.
James Files.
And said he was part of a plot where the mob and the CIA were working together, but there's no evidence to support this.
Well, that is evidence. He just said they were. That's evidence.
And JFK.
We was
How does a
working
testimony
together.
not count as evidence?
JFK also has ties
This is what
to
happened.
Sam. Oh my
I
gosh,
don't know.
I'm not
We
gonna
can
be able to say
prove
this
that.
name. JFK had ties to Sam Giancana. I think I said that right. I don't know. Who was the head of the Chicago mob. And so there was rumors that Giancana and the mob helped JFK win the 1960 election. And they apparently also shared a mistress.
Oh, what?
A
And
mistress.
they were
Oh, I thought you
mistress
said a
mates.
mistress. I was like, what's a mistress?
They were mistress mates.
And in 1975, Giancana was supposed to testify about his role in a CIA assassination plot, but then he got murked. So...
That's why you don't put your name out there as
Suspicious.
the mob boss.
Well, no, he was right before he was about to testify about a CIA assassination plot. He got murked.
I know.
Well, maybe
So-
he shouldn't have been a narc.
Maybe
And
they...
he would have been
yeah.
able to see his grandma the next week, as he was planning to do. I would know. I was
Okay.
there.
All right. Last theory is that the CIA did it all by themselves.
Well, that's boring.
Lame.
I'm not done. There's a lot. Look how much there is on this theory compared to the other one.
It's fake.
So
Yeah, the CIA isn't real.
You made all this up.
the former head of the CIA, Alan Dulles.
Let me see.
I should have.
He does duels.
Alan...
Alan Dulles.
Dulles. I don't know.
Dulles.
He was on the Warren Commission,
D-U-L-L-E-S.
and the CIA withheld information from that commission. So what would the motive be for the CIA to do this? So JFK found out that the CIA had
Because it's funny.
a plot to assassinate Fidel Castro, and then the CIA was worried that JFK had a different plan, or he was going to disband the CIA. After the Bay of Pigs invasion in Cuba,
Bay
which
of Pigs.
yeah, that just makes me think of We Didn't Start the Fire by
Oh.
Billy Joel.
That just makes me think of Angry Birds.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it took you way too long to process that.
Because there's pigs in there.
I was
and they're
trying to
bad.
think of the song. Like...
Building Berlin, Bay of Pigs.
No,
invasion.
okay, that's where it says it.
Yeah.
And then I realized Owen said exactly
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Exactly, because I'm
The
saying
CIA
everyone's
also had a
thinking.
lot of personnel changes because of Kennedy, so that probably made them mad. after the Bay of Pigs invasion. And during this invasion, JFK refused to offer additional military support, despite the CIA offering air protection. So, they were like...
You trade, I receive.
What?
It's a sports meme where it's like this guy and he's
no
like...
No one's gonna get that.
Yeah.
Some people might.
Nobody that listens to this.
No one listens to this podcast.
You don't know.
The main listeners are us.
The CIA could have picked Laho to carry out the hit since he was a known communist and Russian sympathizer to kind of like put the blame on Russia.
Good.
Or Oswald worked with the CIA operative known as the Umbrella Man.
Wait, isn't that Oh, this comes up in the spoiler alert. In the so just fast forward if you don't.
What are you spoiling?
The Umbrella Academy.
For real?
It's like a comic, but it's a show on Netflix now. But yeah, I think if I'm remembering correctly, well, they get like teleported in the second season. Like, are y'all gonna watch this?
Probably not.
Maybe.
I watched the first.
I have a lot of shows to catch up on.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I got bored.
No, it's like 3 years old, so it gets better after this.
Oh,
but in the second season, they get like time traveled back to like literally 10 days before JFK's assassination, and then they think like their dad, the guy that adopted them, was responsible for it because he's the Umbrella Man.
He's the Umbrella Man. So in the Zapruder film and other photos,
everyone.
There's a single solitary guy standing, and holding an umbrella open above his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the guy.
So, but this is weird because it wasn't raining and no one else had an umbrella, as far as we can tell, like from pictures and other media.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, he was like
just hear me out. Hear me out.
By himself.
What if he's a vampire?
You cracked it.
I cracked the case. I solved it. Case closed.
Hi, Tucker.
My dog was just looking.
He's just peeking. Hello, Tucker. Tucker, do you want to learn about the Umbrella Man? Come in.
Tucker, he's a vampire. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Tucker. So,
taking over our professional soundproofing.
Yeah, blanket tied to your dresser. So, let's see. So, Kennedy is struck by the first bullet right as the car passes the Umbrella Man.
I thought it was the second bullet.
Like, the first bullet that hit him.
Oh.
Because he was hit by 2 bullets.
That's right. The magic bullet. The pinball one.
And then, and in that same moment, some people think that the Umbrella Man, like, lifts his umbrella up, like, a foot or so as JFK gets hit by the bullet.
Well, it's a sign of respect, you know. It's like lifting your top hat to people.
Lifting the umbrella?
Yeah.
Some people think that this is a sign to another gunman. Or it was a Spy Kid type deal, and the umbrella could fire darts from the webbings in the umbrella.
No, he's a vampire. Wait, wouldn't that just shoot straight up?
No, it
out of like the
out of the sides.
Wouldn't that do like an aerial effect and kill a bunch of other people?
Unless there was only like one.
Yeah, like the guy who got hit in the face.
What guy?
The one on the sidewalk. He was like
the cheat guy.
Oh,
the one who saw the sidewalk get hit.
Oh, look at you. So
there were 2 bullets fired from the umbrella.
At the same
there
time.
were 6, but the other ones went in the drain.
The other ones went in the drain.
So
that's what the smoke was in the video. Is a vampire. His umbrella.
So the gunbrella. Seems weird, but there's a Department of Defense weapons developer named Charles. Oh gosh, Cincinnati. Yeah, sure.
Oh, that would have been a good guess for the mob.
No, it wouldn't, because it wasn't correct.
He testified that a form of this umbrella weapon actually did exist because he was the one that designed it.
He's of course it's real.
Suspect.
So
I was the one that fired it.
The umbrella supposedly fired darts from the umbrella's webbing when it was opened. And there's pictures of the umbrella.
I gotta get me one of these.
There's pictures of the Umbrella Man's umbrella being closed before and after the assassination, but it was open during the motorcade.
Oh my.
So
it's real.
After the shooting,
this
had a
series real.
On JFK, and he opened it to hide his blush.
And after the shooting, people fled the scene after hearing the gunshots. But the Umbrella Man, and along with another unknown guy just sat next to each other on a curb.
Maybe
and
they were
seemed
deaf.
unbothered.
And couldn't hear the gunshots.
So, a man named Louis Stephen Witt claimed to be the Umbrella Man.
Again, why would you just claim to be
He claimed that he brought the umbrella to court.
Oh.
But you could also be like, it could have been another umbrella. You know, there's more than one umbrella in the world. And he was like, look, it's a normal umbrella. But, like, how do we know it's the same one? We don't. So, just saying. He said that it was a symbol of protest to JFK's father, Joseph Kennedy.
To stand there as he dies?
Because he didn't like Joseph Kennedy's appeasement policies when he was ambassador at the court of St. James. So basically it was just a protest sign, according to this guy, who's supposedly the Umbrella Man. He said he opened the umbrella when he believed Kennedy could see him. And, you know, people
would that have done?
Just so he could see it.
Oh.
Take that.
See his protest. Because people
got an umbrella.
People have used umbrellas for protest.
See, vampire!
People have used umbrellas to protest before. So
That's dumb.
But he claimed that the umbrella... No.
That's why they shoot people.
This is
it's
the
much
dumb
more
part.
eye-catching.
He claimed that he was calm after the shooting because the umbrella blocked his view of JFK being shot.
And he was deaf. He didn't hear the gunshots.
So he didn't see it, so he didn't run away.
If you don't see it, it doesn't happen.
He must have thought it was like fireworks.
Out of sight, out of
mind.
mind.
Was that a champagne bottle? Somebody
just for me. Fellow protesters.
And yeah, we don't even know if this guy is actually the Umbrella Man. So.
He could just be pretending.
If the show, spoilers again, is anything to stand by, his name was Sir Reginald Hargreaves.
That's it.
Are you done?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't that bad.
What do you mean?
Well, your other ones
I'll
were
rank it
a lot more. Well, they had been in them, so they dragged on a bit more, I think.
They were, well, yeah, because
to rank it.
Yes.
I think after this, now the CIA theory is pretty legit.
Well, they're all legit. They're all real.
Well, yeah, but like I think that's like the most.
I kind of like the Umbrella Man.
They all happen. Yeah, I like the CIA Umbrella Man theory. Second, Lyndon B. Johnson. Third, LaHoe. No, that's not LaHoe.
Wait, which one is
Lee Harvey Oswald is LaHoe.
This is why we shouldn't have done abbreviations for all of them.
It's LBJ, JFK, and LaHoe, obviously, and you sometimes the CIA and the FBI and the KGB,
the FBI.
Yeah, KGB could have happened too, but I don't think it was the mob. I think they just want attention.
Probably.
If I were a mob, I'd want my name out there. Be like, hey, I did do this.
I don't know. I think the CIA theory is pretty strong, especially with the Secret Service like changing the motorcade route and not inspecting all the buildings and stuff.
Indeed.
I think it's kind of...
It might have been both the CIA and Lyndon B. Johnson working together.
Could be. And he could have formed the Warren Commission to hide evidence.
Amen.
Amen.
Agreed.
Oh my god. Owen, what's your take?
I did it. I'm sorry. None of them were real. I was the one.
Oh.
I went back in time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I brought the magic bullet from the future. It's no longer.
It's not even a bullet. It was a blender.
You just left this little Oswald.
Yeah,
that's how they knew.
I left my stuffed Oswald, and I'm like, oh, it's that guy who works at the bookstore.
Yeah.
He's also got a funky last name.
His name is also Oswald.
That must be who it is. And he was like, yeah, it was me.
And that also begs the question, why did Jack Ruby kill Oswald?
Because his father,
was he hired?
Jack Sapphire, was killed by JFK.
Was he hired by the CIA to make him not testify against the CIA?
Yeah.
And then there was that other guy who was supposed to testify against the CIA, and he got killed too.
He didn't. He just died. He wasn't killed. He just died.
No, he got murdered.
He combusted.
I should cover that case next.
That's a different case?
There's a case of a woman spontaneously combusting in Florida.
What? Why didn't you do that one? That sounds...
It's unsolved. Her head shrunk to the size of a teacup. And all that was recovered... There was only like one half of the room burned. And they came to check on her because they smelled burning. But she lit some people think it was a cigarette. Some people think she just spontaneously combusted. They recovered her whole foot.
Her whole foot?
But everything else was like ash.
That's...
You need to do that one. That sounds amazing.
I think that one's shorter, so I can do that one another time.
You can do
a micro conspiracy.
a mini episode.
Yeah, like I did on Halloween with the poison candy. You like that one?
I did.
The Candyman?
I liked all the Halloween.
No, the dad who poisoned his kid's candy.
Candyman. I thought that's what it was called.
No, that's a...
Did they call him that?
I think so.
No.
He's the guy, the guy that had the pixie sticks.
A horror story.
Well, but like I think like they named that after it. Or maybe, I don't know. When my dad told me that story, he called him the Candyman.
I mean, it's a suitable name. He was a man and he had candy.
But it is also a movie.
Where you going?
No, so what theory, Owen?
I like the magic bullet. I really do.
You do? Do you actually?
I mean, it makes sense. I explained it pretty well how it could work. So, I proved how it was real.
Thank you.
And I explained why all the cops were gone. They're at the donut shop.
Yeah.
Rainbow sprinkles were all the rage back in that year.
What year was it?
19...
99.
It was in the 1900s.
1999.
What he said.
1963.
1960. Yes, I said that 1963. I know my dates.
Okay. I'm so proud of you.
I gotta... Okay, so... Life updates, anyone?
Okay, bye.
Wait, I didn't recap my shoutouts.
Oh, that's right.
I need to recap. Okay, I'll see if I can remember. Okay, so recapping my shoutouts. Shout out to Bo Burnham. Shout out to Gene Simmons. Shout out to AC/DC.
Mm-hmm.
I said it in the middle of the episode because you said you were going to name your roller coaster
Highway
to Hell. Shout out to Freddy Krueger because he's cute.
You said he was hot.
Oh, yeah, because he's hot. Shout out to Vodka and Sodas. And shout out to... I had another one. I had one more. I said it after Bo Burnham. And I can't remember.
I thought that was, Oh, you're right. There was another.
There was one after Bo Burnham. Shout out to the mystery item that I can't remember.
And shout out to Colgate, who will win tonight.
Toothpaste company.
Yeah.
In the Battle of the Bands.
The Battle of the Bands.
Now can I turn it off?
Yes, you can. Bye.